ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Chamber of the Wraith. My name is Brian, and today we're going to be looking at 10 terrible gear abilities in Injustice 2. I was supposed to upload this earlier today, but shit happened. And in case you can hear other humans, I am with Shidokai Gamer and FSR, as Shidokai Gamer is currently recording a Resident Evil thing. In case you can hear him, that is. If you can't, that's fantastic. So without further ado, let us jump right in and have a look at some really bad gear abilities. Or at least, not great. I can't disagree with you there, chum. First up, we've got Harley Quinn's Cherry Bomb, which is basically a low version of Harley Quinn's Cupcake, with less range and much more startup. This thing is really only good if you pair it up with all-purpose frosting, so it leaves like a trail of of frosting that you can't jump out of. But as you can see, it's not that good. Plus, it weirdly has a really long cooldown. I'm not entirely sure why. So if you have abilities for Harley Quinn, don't use this one. Next up, we have Cyborg's old trait, Repair Circuit. This was one of the reasons why Cyborg was so bad at Injustice 1, and the fact that it's here should really say something, especially considering that it is a single-slot alternate trait for Cyborg. If you're going to be choosing abilities, use Cyborg's nanobot armor or the drones. Don't use this, because in case you have no idea how bad this trait actually is, he only heals about 5% of health from a full trait, and it takes so long to recover, it's not even worth it. The only thing that's good about it is that you can cancel out of certain things. And no wait, it's not even 5%, it's like 3% health, because it takes 3 of them for me to come back to almost full from a throw. Next up, this ability isn't bad per se, but it just doesn't, it's definitely worse compared to its original. Supergirl's Earth Shatter, where she comes down into an overhead. It's nice, but the normal meter burn is a float cancel, so you can rise up, do a float cancel into Supergirl shenanigans, which is where Supergirl really excels. This isn't a bad ability per se, but I just feel like it's honestly probably not as good as what Supergirl can do normally. Now, Joker's got a myriad of terrible abilities, but his worst is easily Crowbar Fling. Replacing the air-flying gas, this thing is a super slow projectile that it looks like it stuns the opponent long enough for Joker to combo. Nope! Joker cannot combo off of Crowbar Fling. And as far as I know, there's like no real circumstance where you can combo into Crowbar Fling, because it is just that damn slow. Trust me, I tried for like a good minute trying to get this to work, and I think I only just now got it to work. Hardly worth it as a gear ability, and seriously, if you are going to consider using any abilities on Joker, at least use Surprise, which is like the alternate version of the Joker teeth, and even then, it's not as good as the normal Joker teeth. Joker got the short end of the fucking stick in the abilities department, and this Crowbar Fling is easily the worst of the bunch. Next up, we've got the single worst 2-slot ability in the game, Crawling Burst. It's a slower version of Blue Beetle's base projectile that, like I said, takes up 2 slots, so you can't buddy it up with any other abilities. And while in theory you could dash up with it in order to potentially get a combo, I tried and it doesn't really combo. Like, that was like simultaneous connection and it didn't work. Next up is Making Matter with Adam. Adam is the newest character in Injustice 2, so his gear abilities are usually pretty good. But this alternate trait is not. This replaces his Shrink, and fortunately it only costs a single slot of power. What makes it bad is it's random. Half the time you're going to get something that just causes the opponent to stagger back. 25% of the time you're going to get a trash can that knocks him down, and 25% of the time you're going to get an electric thingy that allows you to do potential combos, which is nice. But like I said, it's bad. Like, it's bad when a trait is random. Just look at Wonder Woman. But we're not looking at Wonder Woman right now because we've got Trident Strike by Aquaman. This fairly slow low cannot be used as a combo starter or extender, only as an ender. And it replaces your multi-stabs. So hardly is this thing ever worth it. This may be worth it as like a weird mix-up thing with forward, light, heavy, but the gap between forward, light, and heavy is so bad, it's not even worth considering. Next up, we have probably the worst alternate super in the game so far, Meteor Drop. It's super duper slow, and you can't really combo into it. although you can delay it, and it is a true unblockable super. What Superman, or in this case Bizarro, does is he flies off into space, grabs a rock, and drops it on your head. And then decides to, you know, fly off with you. And do the rest of the super animation. Which, I mean, it's definitely better than Crawling Burst, but it's definitely a bad alternate super. And then we've got probably my personal favorite of the bad abilities, just because I like how it looks, is the Low Whip. It's slow as all hell, and on block, I think it's like minus 60 on block or something stupid like that. So, if you were to use this as a combo ender, it's actually not that bad. It's a nice low that does decent damage, especially on meter burn. But it's really bad if you miss, because if you miss or you get blocked, you are left wide open. Like, for seriousness, that is super crazy talk. Like, I'm playing as Poison Ivy right now, so block the whip, and I've got like a full second to use a back 3 to go into the things. By the way, am I interrupting anything, Shino? I hope I'm not.
You're recording ended a little bit ago.
Oh.
I've been sucking on some water.
Oh, I see. So that's all well and good. Next up, we've got, and well, as I said, Poison Ivy can do just about anything she wants now if she punishes this. Like, I could jump over and do an uppercut, then jump over into a super punish from that. That, like, as much as I like Low Whip, I have to admit, it is definitely really, really bad. And finally, well, not quite finally, no, finally, we have Rocket Jump, which allows Deadshot to use a rocket in order to basically get a command jump that has several different ranges. It hurts him, though, and you can't really hit anybody with the rocket jump unless they teleport. Rocket Boost is only marginally better because you can actually use it to start up combos, which is why it's not on this list. I hope you enjoyed this video. As always, don't forget to be awesome. Thanks to Shino Kai Gamer and FSR for joining me for a little bit at least.